Today I'm going to show you how I installed my LVL flooring. As always, there's many different ways to do it, and this is what worked for me. So let's talk about the tools that you're going to need to install an LVL floor. So you're going to need a type of mallet. This one is not a regular hammer. It is a softer type of hammer, so it's called a mallet. Along with the mallet, you're going to need a tapping block. This is used on the edge of the flooring to tap it into place. You will need a pull bar, and this is at the end of cuts to pull it into place. And last but not least, you will need some spacers. And these ones that I purchased are a quarter inch and a half inch. So it just depends on the type of flooring that you're installing, of which side you'll need. Home Depot sells all these as a kit, and I'll link to that in the post. And I would recommend getting a square also to square your cuts. Now for types of saws that you'll need to cut the LVL, I used my miter saw, my jigsaw, and an oscillating tool. So the miter saw was used to cut the planks in half. The jigsaw was used to cut pieces out of the plank. To cut out certain areas, like this is a vent cover, so I'm going to have to use my drill bit first so that my blade can fit in. And the oscillating tool was used to cut around door jambs or anywhere where the flooring needs to go underneath it. So in this case, it'd be right here or over there on my door jamb. And then basically what you do with this type of flooring is it just has grooves. You want to make sure you follow the instructions for your actual flooring, and that should be included either on your box of your flooring, or if you go online and check out what the instructions are to install your actual flooring, because everyone might be different. But this is the basic, how it all kind of goes together. So in each type of flooring, there's grooves, little slots where they lock into place. And so that's why you're going to have these tools to help you lock these into place. Before you begin installing this type of floor, you're going to want to make sure your surface is as structurally sound as possible. So that means boards are not coming up, your floor is level as possible, there's not very many dips in it. You just want to make it as consistent as possible. You can install LVL over certain materials, so check the manufacturer if it's recommended. I'm installing mine over a hardwood. This is painted hardwood right here. And I went through and tried to make it as level as possible. There are some dips and stuff, but we did go through and actually remove squeaks from our floor. After your floor is as structurally sound as possible, so level, you're going to want to go through and clean it, because you're not going to want to put your new flooring on a dirty floor. So that would be take a vacuum to it, wash it, whatever you need to do. I already vacuumed this part of the floor, so I'm just going to show you now how to install the planks once you're done with that. So to start installing a flooring, you're going to want to use these spacers at the ends. So you'll place those in to give you the space that you need around the outside of the floor. This is so that your flooring can move slightly, because it is a floating floor. And then, because if you put it right up against it, you'll get some bowing with movement. So you want to make sure that you have your space that is needed. So you'll start with your space, and then you'll just start clicking them into place. So I found that when I try to do like the instructions said and place the plank long ways into the groove and snap it down. I couldn't get the sides in very well. So what I decided to try, and what worked well for me, is that I put the side in first and then put in the corner and then the sides, if that makes sense. To decide where to cut the end plank, the way that I like to do it is this is the end that should go in this groove. So this is backwards. And I'll put my spacers on that end. Try to level it as much as possible to this guy. And then what I'll do is I'll take my pencil and I'm gonna take my square and place it right where that one would go. So that's where I need to cut it to make it fit and have the 1/4 inch gap that I need. So what I'll do now is I'll take this out to my saw and I'll cut it. Now with my piece cut, like I told you, I like to put in this side first and then place it down, and then I'll pick it up and slide it in. And then I'll use my tapping block on the side and the pull bar on the edge to pull it to me.